NPC.
Life's rough.
When you depend on me
To give you
weapons
weapons,
and
items,
information
for your journey, and still you
push it and try to hurt me.
Life's tough.
When you're an NPC.
Life's rough.
When you depend
Okay, we return to Critter Miss with a game that was recommended to me by Project Derailed's Fiona Kelly after she went to Gen Con about a month ago now, and this game is Dead Friend, a game of necromancy. Usually I like to review games that have a bit more heft to them, saving these smaller games for collection videos. Considering that the book is only 13 pages long and one page is the character sheet. However, this game definitely deserves its own category for having some of the more unique concepts that I have seen in a game. This game is a diceless role-playing game. However, unlike the standard diceless role-playing game that typically either uses a ranking system with character creation or just uses expressive storytelling in order to get their stories across, this one actually focuses on using cards, namely tarot cards. For those of you unaware, tarot cards are a deck of cards used by some for means of divination and fortune-telling, and originated in Italy. They tend to come in 78 card decks, with it being split into two categories, 56 in Minor Arcana and 22 in Major Arcana. The Minor Arcana is also split into 4 suits, cups, wands, swords, and pentacles, and often represent elements of water, fire, air, and earth. The Major Arcana is one that you might be a little bit more familiar with, that includes cards like the Devil, the Lovers, the Tower, the World, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hanged Man, and so forth. Personally speaking, I love tarot cards. I think they're a hell of a lot of fun, and they're very interesting to definitely dig into your own intuition as well. I mean, I have a couple of decks myself, there's a few more back there, but a lot of the stuff that you need to play this game, Dead Friend, is stuff that you can find in your house. You need, a large coin, small coin, character sheet, pen, and then optionally, salt and matches. But even if you aren't a person that's actually huge into tarot, you can still use a regular set of playing cards as well for equal effect. The game itself is a 2-player game where one player is the summoner who is summoning a dead friend, either recently deceased or well along into their dirt nap. The other one is the dead friend being summoned. Most of the game centers around a shared tension between the two characters, with different goals in mind that may, in some cases, come into direct opposition of each other. The game stresses storytelling first and foremost whenever it comes to this game, of crafting a story with the friend that you are playing with, instead of treating it as a means of playing against somebody else and beating them or killing them or something like that. Overall, the game involves drawing cards from the deck. The game uses Major Arcana to give players a conflict that they need to solve, and it also gives those the opportunity that are more well-versed in tarot to come up with their own interpretations of what that might mean for the characters. After that, players draw cards to come up with storytelling elements, using cards such as Sword and Air to represent characters or characters that they might meet, and then Water and Cups representing characters' past actions, and so forth. The game also gives step-by-step instructions on how to use the pentagram that is on the character sheet, and it's really quite interesting how it actually goes about doing it, and goes a lot into Wiccan mythology, which is very, very fascinating and also very immersive for the game that you're playing. The pros of the game is that it is quite immersive, and with the right friend, it can make for a very fun evening. Heck, even having a group of friends taking turns could actually come up with a very fun party game. It is simple yet well thought out, and incorporates its diceless elements such as tarot/playing cards and coins to great effect. Say what you will about the game, it is at least very unique. It is also simple, easy to read, and the artwork is very minimalistic and actually fits with the whole narrative very well. Also, it's much more roleplay heavy, which is always a plus in my book. Cons of it, the game does limit you to only 2 players, when traditionally role-playing games tend to be best whenever you're in a group and having a group activity, not just 2 friends playing a game. The game also seems to have a bit of a cap on it unless you start to use your imagination. I liken it to similar games like Time Stories, where you can only play so many times before it becomes repetitive. Don't get me wrong, the game isn't perfect, but overall it does what it does very well, and overall I have to give the game a crit. It's a lot of fun, and especially if you're into like tarot, divination, Wicca, things like that, then you're definitely going to want to pick up this game and play it if for any other reason to tell a good story. And you can usually find it on Drive-Thru RPG, and it's under the pay whatever you want category. So you could drop a penny or $500, whatever you want to drop for it. But I do suggest that you pick it up and at least give it a try once. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. Don't forget to click the notification button as well. And please become my patron on Patreon at patreon.com/TannerBivens. Thank you all so much, and I look forward to seeing y'all next week.